Greetings. This is Strickland Palmore here to give you my 1 year update as promised. So, I'm a full year in. I did do a short video earlier to be able to just give you that exact day. Now, I'm about 20 days out because it took a minute to get a retie in the COVID. So, I'm excited to show you my 1 year full journey with a fresh retie and a wonderful, wonderful experience. So, loving the fact, and it was funny because about a week ago, before I got my retie, I wasn't loving my locks. I am a plucked chicken girl. I love my fresh retie. I was at the point where I did not even want to continue my lock journey because I cannot stand that fuzziness, but trusting the process is simply waiting to get enough reties that you capture all of those fuzzy hairs and kind of tame them out. So, even from the root, as you see, my fuzzies have gone down. So I appreciate that in the journey at this point. So, check one of those things off the list. I hate it. I'm not as frustrated with definitely not the fuzziness at my hairline, because as you all know, I keep those tightened. I was doing a 3-week tightening on my front where I go in and I do the parameter and keep those tight. But even as the hair grew towards the back, and I maybe had anywhere from 3/4 to an inch of new growth. And for my hair is extremely thin. That was too much. It catches, even when I run my fingers through it, I pull hair out of my locks, which was causing bunching and other issues that I really need to keep a retie. So I know they say, don't tighten too much, but it really, everything, that's why it's your journey. You have to be able to understand the pros and cons of your head of hair. And for my head of hair, not keeping my locks tight means extreme slippage. It means hair coming out of the lock because I'm not locked yet, even after a year. A lot around my hairline is where my locking has taken place. But for instance, I always show behind my ears and in the back, I have not even started to lock. I can literally comb those locks out. So it is very important to know your hair. I think with the edges, we create so much friction on our edges that we do lose hair, which is why people's edges fall out. And that actually, for me, created the locking process to kind of accelerate. So as the hair came loose, it locked up in there. So, but that created another issue for me. I hate the dead hair on the ends. So for instance, this lock here, all of that is dead hair. So this is the lock that started. This is where it connected dead hair to live hair. This is the live hair that has continued through the interlocking process to dread up. And the entire is what made this actual front hair. So because I tighten every few weeks on this front, that's why I haven't had any issues in my hairline. No hair loss at all. I know that in my 1 year journey, as I continue to go forward, which I will, I have posted so many tips and tricks and tips to be able to move forward, because it is a journey and it does get difficult at times. I go from loving my locks to literally not liking them, and I'm ready to get rid of them. So I know that I have to get through that process, and I have to get through that thinking literally in a month's time, in locking period time, be it 3 weeks or 6 weeks. I have to get through those difficult times. But we know that when we had loose natural hair or whatever hair that we wore. We had bad hair days, right? So I do still create bad hair days within my lock journey as well. A lot of times I've heard people say, you know, I don't have any bad hair days. I do. With my locks, I do have bad hair days. So with that said, this isn't one of them because I'm able to show you my retie. So I'm gonna give you a quick, not so quick. And I really just like to show my front and my back because like with most, I have the issue here of the thinning hair. That's just the way my hair was. My mother's hair was like that. And I'm in my 50s, so that has already started to show. So with that, I'm going to try and capture this here. So I'll do a quick turn around so that you can see not only what my grid looks like, but capture what my hair looks like on the inside. And so just for a little background, 1 year later, I have approximately, exactly 597 locks, give or take, considering, you know, when my daughter counted, she may have missed one or two. So I say I have 600 locks. As you see, they are extremely, extremely small. Just last night, I have not, I'm at the point where I shampoo once a month. That's all I need. And I went into a smoke-filled area, believe it or not. I hardly am ever around people who smoke. And just the other day, I was around people that were smoking at a cigar lounge. So needless to say, my locks were stinking. So I was able to go in and shampoo, and I braided and banded, and I still, every time I shampoo, I get awful bunching. I have to go in and I have to pull my locks down. So next time I am going to try to braid tighter and see, can I control some of that bunching. Right now, I'm fearful of washing because I get so much bunching. So with that said, just last night I did not wash, but I did do my rose water, and then I braided just to have, because I knew I was making my video today, so I wanted to have some texture. Otherwise, my locks are very small, very straight. As I always show you, I don't have what's called the shrinkage with my locks. My locks are, what you see is what you get. So that's about how long my hair would be regardless to, see, I don't have any extra pull on my hair. I don't have, so I know some people, their locks are this length, but their hair is way down here. I don't have that. My hair is about as long. So like I told you, around in the back of my locks, they have not locked yet. So you can still see there's quite a bit of bunching right there. But these locks, I continue to work with them. But for instance, this lock, this is all loose hair. You can see it. That's all loose hair. I could comb this lock right out. So my locks have not locked anywhere in the back. Some at the very hairline at the base. See, this is all loose hair. This one has locked, and I continue to work with those. So just for a quick count, for instance, we sectioned my hair in 4 and counted the locks. So for instance, in the right front, I have like 143 locks. In the right back, I have 168 locks. Left front is 138 locks. Left back, 148. So that brought me right to my 597 total. My installation, whoo baby, was like 36 hours. So my first appointment was, I think, maybe 12 hours. From there, I had additional 8 hours, and then on another day, 10 hours, another day, 4 hours. So it was, and it was like a 3-week process. So it wasn't, she could not, my lactician is busy. So she could not fit me in like all in the same weekend. So literally it was like one section was done and I still had loose hair. Another section was done, I still had loose hair. So I was basically just wearing a ponytail and braids and hats until my entire head was installed. And overall, if I've had 365 days to report, I've probably loved my hair 352 days, because there's been some days where I wasn't real happy with my lock journey, but I am. I love it. I just got my retie. I love my pup chicken look. As you see the scalp. I love scalp. I even think, as you all know, I always report how my husband was not real satisfied with my locks, but I think he's even liking them. He commented the other day about his wife having this amazing natural hairstyle. So that was the first time I heard him say that. So with that, one more thing off the plate not to like, because the fact that he wasn't happy kept me from being totally happy. Not really, but still, I have to say that we're happy all around at this point. As you know, when I don't like my gray, I have a spray dye that I go in and I can cover up. I don't want to dye my full head of hair. I don't want to dye it all. Uh-oh, I lost my earring. I don't want to dye it all. So I can get rid of the dye for a night out, or if I have anything during the day where I just don't want people focus on my gray. They don't even focus on my locks. The only people I get compliments from is my lock community. I don't get a lot of compliments from just people passing by and saying, "Oh my God, your hair is beautiful." I do get, "Oh my God, what's going on with your hair?" In a normal, if people can't even see my hair, they think it's just kind of curly. And so then because it is fuller, they think it's a crochet or some type of latch hook braids or something. And so I spend a lot of times explaining, no, these are Sisterlocks. And then of course people who don't understand Sisterlocks, I'm like, well, they're kind of like dreadlocks. So I spend a lot of time in explanation as opposed to just accepting compliments. But I know they're beautiful. I love them. I know I'm gonna get lots of comments. Girl, your hair is beautiful. Thank you, you guys. I love your comments. I appreciate so much each and every one of you to take the time to listen to me ramble about my hair, because we know we love it. I do the same thing. I sit and I watch videos and I love to see them. I love to comment. So as you know, comment below, subscribe so we can get to know each other. I'll come and subscribe to your station as well. And I get a lot of comments about my widow's peak. Thank you. I love it. I actually arranged the lock so that it shows. And you guys, that's my 1-year lock journey. I'm still having a ball, and I hope you are too.